Oh my goodness, Jaeger. It has been a minute since we actually did some gaming content.
Mm-hmm.
Considering
It sure has.
TAG does stand for the average gamers, you would think
Yep.
gaming would be a forefront of what we talk about. But no, we like to give you that wrestling content. So you love it. Okay. You love it.
Yes.
But we are resurrecting and bringing back Freeze
Mhm.
Tag. And Freeze Tag, of course, is where we talk about things in gaming, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And to start things off, Jaeger, what have you been currently playing, good sir?
I have been getting into Metaphor Fantasio finally.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Went on Game Pass, so and I got an Xbox. So yeah, if you're, it's by Atlas Studios. So if you're a fan of Persona and all those games, it plays very similarly, but has its own little unique tweaks. Damage
You
types
know,
are essentially the same.
in a very generous demo.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like I played the demo like a week before it came out because I just saw it was coming out. But oh wait, no, that wasn't a week before, wasn't it?
I think they released the Metaphor demo. I think it was like a couple of months before the game had came out.
That was my bad. I was thinking about
Yeah.
something else. But yeah. Sorry, I didn't get to play the demo then. I think I was thinking about something. Yeah, definitely thinking about something else. But yeah. Fantastic game so far. I'm about to I've been taking my time with playing it because there's a couple other games that I've been getting into as well. But I'm about right where we're getting to make a certain assassination attempt. And
Okay.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Let's see. Currently, I have been in between Tinkerlands, which is kind
Okay.
of to kind of describe it in an easier sense, is almost like a top-down Terraria. So
Okay.
I've been playing with that. I kind of been also dabbling in Bum Rush Cyberpunk, which I don't know if you remember that one came out, I think like a year or two ago, and it was kind of like a spiritual successor to Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio, depending on which one. But
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
it literally has almost
Huh.
the same aesthetics and everything. But yeah, it recently became free on actually is I think it's one of this month's free games on PlayStation Plus, and it's Bum Rush Cyberpunk. So I've been kind of in
Um.
between those two games. But yeah.
Um. Thank you for telling me that. I was containing myself because I fucking love Jet Set Radio.
Yes.
Um. Yes. And let's see. I only got to play it when it dropped on the Xbox. I did not get to play the original on Sega.
And see, I was the reverse. I got to play the original, but never got a chance to play the
Ah.
Xbox version.
Okay. Okay. But damn, Cyberpunk is getting downloaded right now. I
Yes,
didn't
like I said,
know if
it's
you heard
it's
my PS5 turn on, but
yeah, like literally, like I've been on that in between both. So yeah, those have been occupying my time. But yeah, other than that, there's a
oh
there's an
yeah.
interesting thing. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. As far as other games I'm getting into, because I did say I was playing other games.
Okay. Okay.
No, like so as far as multiplayer has been going, I've been hopping actually onto Red Dead Redemption 2 out of all things with a
Okay.
buddy of mine.
I
And
still never played that.
wait, really? Oh
I
man,
still
it
never
is
played RDR2.
playing it even on my Series X
Uh-huh.
and knowing that it's like an Xbox One game, it still looks fantastic.
Okay.
Like that, I mean, I'm sure if you play it on the PS5, it's still gonna look just as gorgeous as it did on the 4.
Yeah. I
Like,
hope.
no, it's a visually stunning game, and I hope they. I mean, I can't imagine what 6 is gonna look like whenever that finally drops.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Oh, and also on Game Pass, or no, it just got discounted, but I want to be a pirate, man. So I downloaded Skull and Bones. I know that's probably
Okay.
free on the PlayStation.
I think it is. I haven't checked recently, but I
Yeah.
was hearing too many mixed signals.
If you're a fan of the Black Flag ship combat and all that,
Okay.
you're getting that and then some. If you're wanting to do stuff like, what's it called? What was that? Was it Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves, yeah.
Yeah, if you're wanting to do stuff like wacky stuff like that, not so much.
Okay.
But yeah, if you remember how that sailing mechanic worked in Black Flag, it's essentially that. And if I was a
Okay.
huge fan of the of honestly just having a pirate ship and sailing around.
Okay. That sounds actually kind of, like I said, it actually sounds kind of interesting. But yeah, I think the next game I do want to get into, Clay Obscure Expedition 33.
Yes.
I do want to get in Metaphor. I do want to get into Metaphor. I do want to get into Elden Ring Night Rain.
You see, that's the one I'm hearing mixed signals on.
So those are probably like the next three that, you know, is like those were the one. So I think the thing is with Elden Ring Night Rain, I think it's just one of the ones to where I think we're experiencing that rare thing of FromSoft is kind of milking a franchise, kind of. Because I mean, we had this masterpiece with Elden Ring, then they gave us a masterpiece with the DLC that I just literally forgot the name to.
Oh, Night Rain. Oh my God, me too.
Like literally,
Erd Tree, Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Erd Tree. I'm about to say literally, and
Yeah,
I think nobody was expecting this, and then now you made it like a co-op game and this, that, and the third, and it does feel like, okay, y'all are just kind of milking at this point type of energy. So
They said it was. I saw a review say it was Elden Ring Fortnite.
mm-hmm.
Is it anywhere near like that? Like an arena like that?
From what I've been kind of hearing, because you kind of choose a class and then you just go out and kind of just survive nights, and you can either do it solo or up to 2 people.
You just have to survive the nights.
Yeah, so apparently it works on a system of there's like multiple nights you have to survive, like a day and night cycle, and it's kind of like you survive. I think it's kind of like the more you survive, I guess the more rewards you get, type of energy. And then of course, as you're doing it, different bosses from either Elden Ring, I think they threw in some bosses from other FromSoft, and that's pretty much the game.
So like while you're surviving these nights, are the bosses coming up, or do you like go into a dungeon and all that and find these bosses?
That I don't remember.
Okay.
But I feel like, but I feel like if I remember correctly, I think they said it's kind of like when quote unquote nightfall hits, that's when the bosses will come up and be like, "Hey, I'm here now." You know,
it sounds like horde mode with extra steps, and I'm not mad at it.
It kind of does sound like a horde mode with extra steps.
I'm not mad at it though.
It actually does kind of sound like their version of horde mode.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I mean, I'm glad it's not a like straight up Fortnite thing. So hey,
yeah,
go for it.
Pretty much.
Good luck on it.
That's where I'm at with my gaming situation for the most part. But
as far as like, I want to get on some more video games. I got to definitely clear up the backlog as well. But
I made the realization that never happened on my end.
Like I might chip away 1 or 2 games in a year, but it's not going at anywhere near the rate that the backlog itself grows. It's just ever growing. Anyway, oh yeah, the other thing I'm working on is actually a different kind of gaming. more so on the tabletop side.
Okay.
Building up Warhammer figures and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that working at?
Honestly, it's therapeutic as far as building the models and everything. And then once you build up enough of them to like have like a little point-based army, you can play the tabletop game, and I would essentially equate it to like a chess with extra steps, just because like each like unit or box of things like has their own rules, do their own thing, but it's still a war tabletop game. So chess with extra steps, but that's a very, very gross oversimplification because there's so much lore. So much lore.
I have never got so it's not like those type of games necessarily scared me per se. I just never got into it.
Scared my wallet. They continuously scare my wallet.
Into it.
No, that's more than fair, man. This is literally the only game of that kind that I am intrigued in because I'll play D&D. I like playing D&D.
Yeah.
That's not on any kind of a level where like what Warhammer is. And no, it's got its own defined lore. You pick like an army to play with of that lore.
Yeah.
It's fun, but yeah. I would honestly suggest if you're curious, like go on their website. If you like fantasy, it's called Age of Sigmar. If you like sci-fi, it's called 40K.
Okay.
There's a video game of it that just came out a little bit ago. Space Marine 2.
Hey, look, there you go, people. He letting y'all know.
Yeah.
You into it?
Sorry, man. I'm plugging the hell out of Warhammer right now, but I honestly like the model building.
Hey,
but,
there you go.
Hey, check that stuff out. Right now, I'm building up an army called the Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Think future soldier Vikings.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, like a Viking themed, like I want to say Space Marine, but Master Chief, but looking like bigger, bulkier. Like the size, like a walking refrigerator almost. Like these things are 8 feet tall, weigh tons. Yeah. Anyways, fun stuff. But that's what I was like looking at getting into.
So we have been gamers for some time now, and there has been a weird shift that has been happening in gaming as of late. And we are now coming upon the fact that we have games that are going to come out, well, that have came out and will come out that are going to be $80 a pop. We had Mario Kart World that was $80. Xbox had announced that Outer Worlds 2 would be their first $80 game. Randy Pitchfork had announced that Borderlands 4 will be $80. So, how you feeling about this wave of these games being $80?
I need people making these announcements for these price hikes who look me in the eye and tell me honestly, no, with all honesty, the reason why. And if it's anything besides greed, you're lying. That's where I'm at with it.
You know what? It's hard to disagree. mainly okay, so this is the thing. To all companies out there, I understand there's work, there's talent, there's like paint, there's blood, sweat, and tears. All of that pours into these games. The thing I have with this is now we're at a point to where if every game starts to become $80 across the board, we're going to see a huge dip in gaming, because it's going to be, because I mean, it's almost being gone the way of buying anything that looks interesting, because now we're in a thing of we're going to start needing some demos for sure. You're going to actually increase content creators, because you're going to have people who may be too afraid to buy a game for $80, and it's like, well, hey, if I know insert name is going to play this game, I'll just watch him or her play it. Him, her, they,
Same
them
time,
play it. You know,
that same streamer could get like clowned on heavy for thinking that this trash game was going to be something good.
and that too. And the thing
Gaming is going to
that,
either make or break some Twitch streamers. That sucks. I'm sorry.
and no, you're not wrong, because then what's going to end up happening is now you could potentially start to ruin these indie these indie games and these small developers, because let's just say, for shits and giggles, as popular Expedition 33 has been, what if that would have been like, hey, now we're gonna be an $80 game? Many people would have been like, ooh, I mean, it's good, but is it that good? Like, is it $80 good? Because I mean, you know, so it's gonna get weird.
On the other side, though, on the other side of that, like, and this is where Steam and PC players are really gonna have an opportunity. On the flip side, people are not going to spend $80 for one game, but the Steam sales and, I mean, the console sales, they don't fucking compare. Like, I'm sorry, you can't do that. But not only with the Steam sales, but just all these indie games that do come out. Why the hell would I pay $80 for one game, for one possibly good game, when
I can pay
there's
80 for
20?
like a bunch.
Yeah, I can pay 80 for like, I don't know, 20 games or some shit that have like that I've been wanting on the backlog or some shit.
Facts. And then I don't like the aspect of, I think what's gonna bother me until it just becomes, I guess, the norm, or per se, I don't like the aspect of picking and choosing what's gonna be 80 or not. Yeah, because I don't like that. Hey, Outer Worlds 2 is going to be $80, but the Gears of War Reloaded collection is going to be like 40. Or hey, Borderlands 4 is going to be $80, but this other game you may have may be 60. So I don't like the aspect of the picking and choosing what's going to be 80, because then now it feels like you could be giving carte blanche to be like, hey, you know that Grand Theft Auto 6 that y'all want so bad?
I swear to God, if that game hits $100, I'm fighting.
And I was literally about to say, well, we're gonna charge y'all $100.
Yeah. But you know what the sad thing is, though? This game has been hyped up so much with what they've been doing, because they keep on just teasing you with it, just putting out little bits, and god damn it, I can't say with 100% certainty that I will wait until the price drops. I can't. And I know that there's a lot of people that are just gonna go ahead and fucking get it.
Oh, and you got to think, that's going to be for a lot of people. You got to think, we're talking about not only a most anticipated game, most anticipated franchise, you're talking about that need and that FOMO to have it. Yes, I can easily see Rockstar being like $100
easy,
and people are gonna be like, guess I'm gonna come out that 100.
Exactly. Like, you didn't fight tooth and nail.
Yes,
you didn't, like, for streamers, especially. You know what? No, sadly, the popular streamers right now are going to be fine, because watch, they're going to get some kind of an early copy of it or some shit.
Probably.
But for aspiring streamers, yes, that is going to be hard.
Yep.
It's going to be
that, but then but then they'll probably accentuate it, actuate by making it be like, hey, probably we're gonna make it more digital and less physical, so that way you're really gonna have to, shell out that money,
Or like no video game purchase is you owning anything.
right? And
Speaking of
then,
which, Nintendo. No, I'm sorry. No, go
well,
ahead.
hold on,
Go
hold on,
ahead.
hold on. Now, before we get to Nintendo, then what
Okay,
was
okay, okay.
funny, because I don't know if you saw earlier in the week, but they released the images to the $150 collector's edition of Borderlands 4. So you just heard me say it's 150. Borderlands 4 collector's edition, and it doesn't come with the game.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
The Borderlands Deluxe Edition is
I
150,
gotta fix my eye.
and
What?
it doesn't come with the game.
No. Like, what do you get? Tell me, what do you
Actually,
get?
you know what? Hold on. Let me go ahead and get your bars off about it, and I am going to look it up while
I need to know what the.
hold on. Let's see if I can
Honestly,
get
I
it.
would buy it and then sue on false advertising. Like,
Understand that?
unless like they have it on the page, game not included in like big red letters or something.
Oh no, it says it said, okay. So apparently, this is I know GameStop is selling it, so I don't know if it's widely everywhere. And let's hope this picture comes up clear. But literally, this is what it all comes with. You get a Echo 4 figure with LED lights. You get a cloth map of the area. You get a shift code card. You get a vault symbol necklace, and you get some lithographs. And as you see in the lower right, game sold separately. And this is $150. It's the Echo 4 bundle with game sold separately.
Okay. Now they're calling it the Echo 4 bundle. Hey, those 4 lithographs, are those just collectible cards, or are those like codes for the guns or anything?
Nope, those are just artwork that you get. They are
okay. So this is just a
8x10
collector's
artwork.
box.
Yep, they're just a collector's box.
Okay, then I'm not so mad now.
Yeah,
This is not advertised as. This is not advertised properly.
no, it's not.
But this needs to be advertised as like a collector bundle or something else that does not give people the impression that there is a game that is paired with this.
And you know what? With you just saying that, I'm not mad at that, because if you're saying this is like a board, because you're advertising it as Borderlands 4 Echo 4 bundle, it does kind of give a hint that it's tied to the game.
Yeah.
But since like you just said, if you advertising it as, hey, this is a quote unquote companion piece to the Borderlands 4, then it's like, okay, fine, cool. But to just,
Yeah, no, it's poorly
and you still gotta buy the game for $80.
Yeah, that's why I'm not spending $230 on Borderlands. I'm sorry.
No,
Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. No,
not at all. Not
No.
at all. Like that's crazy numbers.
that's silly.
That is crazy. Now, last week we did decide to want to resurrect this show because one, Jaeger Bombastic has some bars to get off about a certain company. And while he's giving his bars off, I'm gonna have images pop up and whatnot. But go ahead, Mr. Jaeger. Go ahead and get your bars off.
Good old Nintendo. What the hell, guys? You made a fantastic product in the Switch, easily affordable when compared to the other consoles. It's kind of been your thing to be the family-friendly and like budget console that everybody loves, because you didn't try and get mainstream with a lot of things unless they were like massively popular. You had your core audience, and you know, on June 5th, this became available. Let's first break down the specs. This thing here, the Switch 2, the descendant, or what is supposed to be the upgrade to the Switch and Switch OLED, does not have an OLED screen. They also are charging you, what was it, 500? Was it 450 or was it 500?
It's 400 for the base, 450 for the one that comes with Mario Kart.
Okay. So that hurts my head. I mean, cool, you're giving me Mario Kart at a discount, but why are you charging $80 fucking for it separately?
Yep.
No, not only that, this new lovely policy they seem to have with any Switch video game is when you open the damn things up. Oh yeah, thank you. Throw up the spec. Look, like I didn't go into the differences enough, but for those of you that want to see it, it's right there. I can't read it from my phone right now, but if
I could
y'all
tell
want
you.
to see it,
So,
yeah, go
so
ahead.
to go back to the specs wise, before we get into the games, it's a
Mhm.
7.9 1080p LCD screen, while the Switch OLED had a 720 OLED screen. System
Mhm.
system integrated game chat for the Switch 2. It was a mobile app for the Switch. A 256 gig storage, $450 price tag, mouse functionality, gyroscope, and motion controls. The OLED had a 64 gig storage, 350 price tag, and it was gyroscope and motion controls. The Switch 2 has a 4K dock compared to a 1080p dock. It has local game share compared to no local game share. 2 USB-C ports versus 1 USB-C port. Webcam capability compared to none. It is a custom NVIDIA processor, compared to a NVIDIA custom Tegra processor, and it has a 5.2 milliamp battery, which is about 2 to 6.5 hours, compared to a 4.3 milliamp, which is 4.5 to 9 hours.
Wait, so the OLED had a better battery as well?
Yep, that's what it's showing, that the OLED had a better battery.
So the improvements are where they are obvious, like the things that people did want. But yeah, battery life does matter to me if I'm going to be playing my Switch on the go, and an OLED for that playing on the go is great. It looks like they're prioritizing the docking capability a little more here.
Yep, they are. Oh, I am so sorry, Jaeger. 450 is the base model. 500 is the one with Mario Kart.
That Nintendo, you don't got any right to do this, man. We loved you because your games were cheap and they were good. Like,
and don't get me wrong, I understand they were like, hey, the tariffs, this, that, and the third, but it still comes off very, we know y'all gonna buy it type of energy. So deal
very
with
much so.
Like,
very much so.
It does come off that way. It comes off very, we know y'all gonna still buy it, so just shut up and get it.
Like what? Like, either hit me with the Switch 2 price tag or make your games $80. Actually, yeah, don't do both at all, and then don't make your games $80. Just keep that thing.
Because just like what we was talking about, so looking at the games, you got Mario Kart World for 80. You're going to have the Donkey Kong Bonanza that's coming out, that's going to be 70. Then you have Kirby is supposed to be 80.
Another Kirby already?
Yeah. Kirby and the
Wait a minute.
Forgotten
What's the
Lands.
justification? What is the
Yeah.
justification for the pricing on these?
Well, get this. The Switch 2 version of Tears of the Kingdom is going to be 80. Super Mario Party Jamboree is going to be 80.
Games that are already on the Switch 1.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be 70.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 that's out is 60. So it's like
so they're treating they're giving their IPs, they're giving their IPs like the $80 price tag, but that still does not fucking explain why Donkey Kong is 70 while the rest are 80.
Exactly. Like it's just it's I don't know, like, but at the same time it's crazy because with all of the, I guess you could say, complaining and all of the whatever is out there, people still went out and bought it. Like I think it sold 3.3 million units. So people went out there.
Yeah, fucking banana numbers. I don't know how.
Yeah, so people still went out there and went
show crazy. Like, do what this title says and vote with your wallet, please.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to let these money-hungry companies win. It's not like if you just stop buying their shit, they will be like, "Oh, sales are dropping all of a sudden. What can we do?"
Right?
Shit, McDonald's brought back, I guess, a better dollar menu.
Yeah.
Recently, because people didn't want to eat McDonald's.
But then also too, it's something in. I understand it being a handheld, so let me understand.
I do like that.
It's something about being a handheld, but it was something like you said, knowing that Nintendo was the budget friendlier option.
Yes.
It was always something in that knowing that they were the more budget friendlier option that you can kind of go with, if especially if you had like little kids or something, because if it's like just in case it broke, you didn't feel so knowing that but like in this case it would be hellfire and brimstone to break a $450 console. That's
imagine fun fact for y'all, for the people that like to mod their Switches,
don't do it.
This thing, like, Nintendo ain't fucking around on this anymore, guys,
at all.
So when you buy this Switch 2, the way Nintendo describes it, and I'm paraphrasing here, is you're not purchasing a Switch 2. You're purchasing a license key to have access to this Switch 2. Therefore, if you are to tamper with or mod this thing in any way, they will brick your Switch.
Yep.
You will have paid $450 minimum to have a nice little decoration piece on your TV stand.
Yep. That you can't do nothing with.
I mean, I guess you can look at the blue and red or orange circles, but that's about it.
But yeah,
red? They're red.
It's a
wild time in video games.
It's a wild time, and once again, this is not trying to shade creativity. This is not trying to shade hard work. This is not trying to shade anything. It's just when you set a standard for gaming across the board and you want to go against it, and then not only do you want to go against it, but when going against the grain proves successful, Now that could give other rights and other people to be like, maybe we can do the same thing, or maybe, we can even take it further. Like, case in point, just imagine buying Madden 26. And Madden 26 will be like, hey, yeah, Madden is going to be $60, maybe $70, but we only going to give you 2 sports teams. And if you want to play with your favorite team, you got to pay like $10 to unlock your favorite sports team to use.
No. Here. They make it worse. Let's go with you only have access to, and it's region locked. So your home team, your literal
Right?
home
That would
location
be
based team, and
crazy.
the previous like Super Bowl winner, which will change every year.
Yes. Your home team in the previous Super Bowl champ will be the only team that's unlocked, and you have to pay money
No.
to unlock a team you want, or you know what I'm saying? And like, these
That's
are
some
those
dumb
business
shit.
practices that can unfortunately happen because
No.
DOA, I think it was what, Dead or Alive 5 or 6 tried to do that, where they released the free version of the game, which only gave you like 5 or 6 characters, and you pretty much had to buy all the characters
The whole
and packs.
roster.
And it's like I understand time and money and energy put into it, but it goes to
You're
show,
not paying your employees though. We all know it.
and plus, and to be fair, every year gaming shows us that, hey, if a quality product comes out, people will support it.
Absolutely.
People will support it. Almost every year, there's an example of a game or two that comes out where people be like, oh shit, and boom, everybody supports it in some way. It gets talked about in a positive light. The sales go up. I mean, once again, like we mentioned earlier, look at Expedition 33. It came out. It was some time and effort and some real love put into that game, and you barely hear people say a negative thing about that game. Then you get some games that come out that be complete rush jobs, and you're like, this game is some bullshit.
And then you get the nice little rare gems. Like this is about how often they happen. But the gems like Cyberpunk, where they start off trash and somehow dung themselves out of the ashes. Yeah. But absolutely, like, if like Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, anybody, like, and all the studios that are not really affiliated with them, please, if you're gonna price these games at $80, just guarantee us a gorgeous and finished game.
That's the main one. Finished.
All we want to do is to trust you to not have to give me a day one update or a patch just because everybody starts freaking T-posing if you put in a right button combination. Ugh. Yeah, like, but you're not wrong at all though, because what was it? 2023 was Baldur's Gate, right? Or was that long? Yeah. 2023 was like Baldur's Gate. 2024, what was the other game that just like stood out amongst the rest? Thank you. Yes,
Astrobot was one of them, but Stellar Blade stuck out. Black Myth Wukong to a lot of people stuck out. I mean,
yes, Black Myth Wukong. Fuck, I need to go back and finish that. But god damn it, that game is great.
People love Stellar Blade. People love Wukong. What else came out last year that people love? Metaphor. People had loved Metaphor.
Oh, was that last year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was this year.
No, Metaphor was like November, like
October,
November of last year.
Yeah. You're right. You know what? I might put Metaphor on pause and just go to Clay Obscure because, damn it, I loved Legend of Dragoon and it keeps giving me that vibe.
It does. It does kind of give off the Legend But yeah, this is where we at with gaming. That they're gonna force us to be playing the same games over and over because it's too damn expensive.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna start getting
$80.
too
That's
damn
the other
expensive.
thing.
Yeah,
I need fucking longevity.
and that's the other problem. That is the other problem. The longevity of it all. The longevity.
Like, especially with like, imagine if they try and make Call of Duty $80 every year.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I will be shocked. I will be shocked if they do not try to make Call of Duty Black Ops 7 $80. It will shock me. It will shock me if they don't try.
I'm going to hope that it doesn't go anywhere on the shelves. I hope it just sits there, stays there.
Yeah.
Collects dust.
Like it will like I will be, because knowing the popularity of Call of Duty, if it's not this one, then it's going to be probably the next one for sure.
You know what? They'll probably skip this year. Yeah. I see them like tricking you. Like, maybe they'll make it 70 before they make it 80 next year.
I can see that. I can see 70 this year, and then they'll be like, you know what? Let's try to make it 80. So Ashley posed the question, and she's like, do you think the price went up because people are making big money playing video games?
Ooh. Because people, you see, that's the thing. Again, these streamers are kind of fucking, that's a possibility. But again, this is just another select few of people that are making money off of streaming. Like,
that's true, especially making big money.
Like, just to even be Twitch affiliated, you know how low the bar is?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course y'all do. Because y'all stream and y'all have way more than the low bar.
All you got to, it was like, the bar is pretty low, but to actually be making like legit money from Twitch, you have to be just in it.
Yeah. Not only in it, but like, I don't know, you gotta like catch fire for some reason.
Yes. And that's the other part. Not only catch fire, but also keep it.
Oh yeah, keep the fire too, yeah.
Like, you can't just be hot for like a week or for a month. You got to keep that hotness, especially like I said, to make money from it.
Damn, it's almost like you're putting a character on.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Twitch streamers are actors.
If we're really being honest.
Y'all are actors. Like, in a good way.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I like that.
It's a I don't know. It's a very, I feel, in all honesty, these next, I would probably say 5 years. I'll probably say in between now to 2030 will be a very interesting time in gaming, because I feel that this is where we're gonna really start to see how gaming is going to go, because you got to think, in the next 5 years, most likely we're probably going to get a new Sony or Microsoft situation, because Microsoft did announce a new handheld. So
yeah,
we got Microsoft and Sony potentially looming in 5 years. We'll see the performance of the Switch. We'll see how things are going on the PC side, and then we'll also see how things going pricing wise. So yeah, I think these next 5 years.
They're already rumoring that the next Microsoft console is just going to pretty much be a console version of a PC, because you'll be able to play Steam and like Microsoft through it.
Yeah. So Microsoft did do an announcement that said that they're already working on next gen technology. So that's coming within the next 5 years. So, but I think these next 5 years in gaming, it's going to be interesting to see how it truly moves forward.
Yeah.
And we'll
Okay,
see
I
how
agree.
things go, because it's going to be interesting.
It sure is, man. This is uh yeah, tell my wallet to buckle up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what? No, man. I'm just gonna be super selective. Like when it comes to it, I'm just gonna straight up be super selective. I'm probably just gonna get GTA. I'm gonna just like resist the hype on other things. Look,
Yeah,
there's a lot of grass out there that can be touched, you know?
absolutely. 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 But yeah, that's pretty
We
much.
can only see.
Jaeger, anything you got before we close this out?
I just downloaded Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, so
Hey,
about to check that out in a minute.
like I said, I actually enjoy it. Like once you kind of get the mechanics, and once you
Yeah.
kind of when the game, of course, quote unquote, starts to open up, I dig it. I truly dig it.
Okay. Let me get through the tutorial at least then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, just like the segment we have in this, you know what I'm saying? Vote with your wallet, y'all. Vote with y'all's wallet, because we're the ones that can make the change. You know, if we
Oh
if we in essence keep doing what we're doing, then and we keep running to these companies like nothing, then they're gonna just keep doing it, and it's only gonna get worse. If we keep letting them do it, it's only gonna progress to get worse.
yeah. Exactly. Look, we were able to bully a movie studio into changing a Sonic the Hedgehog. We can definitely bully video game companies into doing better.
Yeah,
Like
because when you start to
memes
realize that,
start being so
mhm.
fire. Wait, go ahead. Start
I
to
was saying, yeah,
realize what?
no, because I mean, at the end of the day, when you realize that people don't go out there and buy the stuff, or they don't support it, just because you think, oh, because we're this and we can charge this, or like you were saying earlier, we could release something that's incomplete, or this, that, and the third, they could be like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna support it. I'm not gonna stream it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna do any of this.
Video
So yeah,
games should never become something associated with like a class status.
yes,
$100 is trying to feel like 10 nowadays. Some
yes,
dumb shit.
I can definitely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. And like we like to say, whether you loved it or hated it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, comment down below what y'all think about the state of gaming in 2025 and beyond. After you do that, you got to hit that notification. But I'm sorry, nope, hit that subscription. Then hit the notification so you can be notified. Shout out to Jaeger. Shout out to Lip Dizzle. The gaming side of T.A.G. And hopefully this is the start, the launch pad to not only kick off with more gaming content, but something a little more special in the future. I don't want to divulge here, but something a little more special in the future that could be on the way. Because, once again, the name is The Average Gamers at the end of the day. But thank y'all for tuning in. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Pride Month. It is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Love one another. Love yourself. Take care of yourself and take care of one another. For myself, ScooterRay, and this handsome devil to the right, Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. Thank y'all for tuning in, and peace out.